How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another drag tune video. This is your boy Mars. Today we're going to tune the Foxbody with the anti-lag. So like everybody new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, let's get right to it. As you guys see in the background here, got the legendary Cobra R SVT Foxbody Mustang, super long name. But yes, this is a 93 Ford SVT Cobra R. This car here doesn't need any introduction. This car here alone has been used for a lot of Forzas for the drag racing community. It is super popular. It is one of the most used vehicles in the drag community, and everybody loves it. Just loves it because of the way it moves, the way it drives. It's just really good, and it's been good. It's been good for, gosh, how many Horizons now? I started since Horizon 2, so it's been good. It's been good for a very long time, and a very strong recommended vehicle. So hopefully everybody has one of these in their garages, especially for drag racing. Bringing them out. They don't trap higher than some other vehicles. There are other ones that of course are faster than this car, but this car still moves and it backs itself up. And yeah, so let's get right to it, guys. Let's go to the custom upgrades. Right in here into the motor, we're of course going to use the legendary 6.2 liter V8. This is the motor, the best motor to use for this car. It works out so good with it. Even though they're giving us a lot of other motors to put on these cars, the 6.2 for the drag racing community has always been the one to swap into. And as you guys see, 1,009 horsepower, so it doesn't have that oil and cooling at the end. 1,009 horsepower, weighs right at 2515, so it's right above 2,500. So it's good for the drag racing when you bring it out to the scene. Majority of the people like to use 2,500 and up. Sometimes we do like a 2,700 or even 3,000 pounds. Rear wheel drive, front engine rear wheel drive, of course. And as you guys see, this one is right at 2515. So really nice to put that in there. Make sure to leave it rear wheel drive, and then put in the twin turbos into it. Of course, twin turbos give you higher top end, and it just works out really good compared to the supercharger, having to extend that first gear because of that instant power. Besides that, when it comes towards the build, all the parts are just going to be simply race, besides the oil and cooling. So no need for the oil and cooling, but the rest of the parts, of course, we're going to put them race. So right coming down here to the turbos, we got those anti-lags on there, anti-lag turboed out, and then coming here to the flywheel, of course, put that there. No oil and cooling. You only gain like a 9 or 8 horsepower difference, something like that. So, but you gain so much weight, no need for that excessive weight added to the car. And as you guys see, we're just going to put the rest of the parts there, race. Coming to us here, we're going to also put race. And then on the suspension, rally suspension have always been the best suspension to use. The race suspension and stuff like that is just too stiff, way too stiff for the car. It wants it to be a little bit softer, and rally just makes it so good to distribute the power from the front to the back. Besides that, the rest of the parts here are going to be race. Of course, full weight reduction on it. And no roll cage. We don't use roll cages anymore. We used to back in the good old days when we did not have drag tires. We used to use roll cages because we needed it. And that's it. Now let's go right over here. All the parts are here. Same old thing. Race. I strongly recommend you guys to put this engine, this transmission on there, 4-speed. As you guys see, you reduce some weight in it, and it helps you so much for the long run. But I am going to give you guys the race transmission so that you guys can use the rest of the gears and be able to bring this car, drive it around the highway and all that good stuff. Also, make sure to put the rest of the parts here race, as you guys see. Now coming right to the tires, of course, drag tires. Make sure to put these. Do not put the semi-slicks. Make sure to put the correct drag tires, which are these. No width in the front, and then of course full width in the rear at 345. So that's another thing, that plus that they gave it with this car. 345s in this little car, really good. Can't go wrong with 335s, 345s at all. And the wheels, just any wheels you guys want that are super light, make sure to slap those wheels on there. and right towards the size of the wheels, the rims or whatever. Just make it the same. Leave it alone. No need to go any bigger. It is a good trick though to do the back wheel a little bit bigger. What that does, it gives you a stronger 60 foot. You gain that little bit of weight there. So it is a nice little trick that some of the guys use to go one size or a couple sizes depending on how they feel. You will lose a little bit of top end, but with a stronger 60 foot, you can get a stronger launch. Besides that, no need for the spacers at all. And then all I did was go to the hood and then reduce some more weight with the hood there, as you guys see by just putting these hoods on there, reduce some weight. And that is it. That is it. Let's go right to the tune, guys. So here we go. 55 in the front, 15 in the rear, and then we're at a 1.5, 3.6, traps around almost 240, 220 there, 455, 280, 2, 150, 120, and 1. Take a screenshot of this or save it up. So like that, you can adjust these gears, make it to your own and how you like it. You can make it probably even quicker. Make sure to go this zero everything out in 7, 65, 65, and then stiff in the front. Soft in the front, stiff in the rear, maxed out at 651. Vehicle race all the way up. And then we got 1991. Nothing with this or this. And 100 and 100. So that is it. Let's bring this thing out for a nice little spin, and yeah, that'll sum it all up. Righty. Let's see if the weather's good here. There we go. Beautiful weather outside. Super sunny. Just take a look at this thing. Got the paint job from the storefront. It was one of the mainly used ones. I think it was like 20,000 people use this paint job or something rather. But yeah, you guys can find it in the paint job in the storefront there. Super old school with the green gauges, the green cluster there. But besides that, nice cool two-tone on it. But yeah, let's take it out for a little spin with the anti-lag now. Yeah, overall this car is a very nice iconic vehicle. Honestly, it's one of my top 10 favorite cars that I've used when it comes towards Mustangs. This one and the 18 Mustang, when it was introduced. Ever since the 18 Mustang came around, that thing was just super nice. And this thing here is just really nice to drive a car that, you know, doesn't trap as high, but yet it moves really good, and then you have to like pretty much know what you're doing and keep up with something like this car. If you don't know if you're launching a little bit better than this car or not, this thing will get you. This thing will get you in a quarter mile. Alrighty, so let's do this. Let's reverse here. Let's go back. U-turn right here. Go to the quarter mile, guys. Make sure we gotta get these tires hot. We gotta get these tires hot. The quarter mile starts right here where this pole is at. You put your front bumper right kind of in the middle of it, like that. And then to launch the car is going to be e-brake, gas, and the clutch. So when you press the e-brake and gas, what's going to happen is your needle, RPM needle, is going to shoot up. You see it shoot up, then you press down on the clutch, like that. Now, while I have all three pressed down, I can tap on the clutch really quickly, then hold the clutch again, get it a little bit higher of an RPM there at 22 pounds of boost. Torque is 3,600, or not torque, RPMs is 3,600, and the torque is 628 on that torque. And all you have to do is let go of the clutch and the e-brake, and then the car will wheelie just like you guys saw. Really nice transition there. You'll get trapped like 166, 165 with it, as you guys see. And the key is to try to get it, of course, a little higher of a track speed. Trying to get your 60 foot to be stronger. What that means is making your first gear shorter. By making your first gear shorter, you get a stronger 60 foot, stronger launch, and then your car has a real stronger acceleration. So always keep that in mind, and also you want it to trap higher as well. So you want it to have that strong 60 foot, and you also want it to trap higher at the same time. So there's two key elements that you want: e-brake, gas, clutch, as you guys see. And then what you want is when you let go, you want it like that. And you want the rest of the gears to come back to back to back, acting around the same RPMs every time you shift. So every time you shift, have the RPMs go right back down to around the same exact number, which, as you guys saw, it went right underneath 6,000 RPMs every time I shifted. It's a key element to use it when you have a car like this, and you don't want it to be too long. You don't want it every time you shift. So every time you shift, you don't want it to go to 5,000, as you guys see, right underneath 6,000, which is threshold. And the reason why is because that fourth gear there also was underneath, that I needed more wiggle room on that fourth gear to trap at the 166. But all in all, if you can get this car to do a really strong 60 foot and also trap 167, that will be a really nice, fast Foxbody, and it will move really good. But all the way around, as you guys see, you can get consistencies just depending on your 60 foots in that first and second shifts, and then you want it to trap high. So all the way, really nice car. Strongly recommend everybody to have one in the garage, especially if you guys want to go to drag tournaments and stuff like that. This car is one of the cars that normally really calls it OP, so you can just bring it out and race a lot of people. There are cars that are faster, of course, but you know, it is what it is. This thing does defend itself, it backs itself up. But yeah, e-brake, gas, clutch. As you guys see, 22 pounds of boost. Nice wheelie it does in that first gear. You can even get it to wheelie even more, honestly. Maybe that first gear probably a little bit shorter, but yeah, 166 consistency there with a nice bass tune for you guys is really good. And I hope you guys like it. Hope you guys have this car. Enjoy, subscribe, and I'll see all you guys around with another drag tune video. Peace out, everybody.